Welcome back to the show. Have some special guests on the show today. So excited to have one of my guests back. Stephen Smith is the manager of communications over at the Ottawa Humane Society, but he is joined by Santa Paws himself and Mila joining us on the show as well. Welcome to all of you.
Thanks
Great
so
to have you here. I always start with the pets. You know that, Stephen, because whenever you bring a pet or a child on the show, everybody ignores the adults, the adult humans, and we go straight to the pet. Tell me about Mila. A little bit about their story.
So this is Mila. She's 4 years old, and she has a really special role at the Ottawa Humane Society. She is one of our program dogs. So she works with kids to help them learn more about pets, get kind of used to like what it's like to be around a dog, how to best interact with them, and she really makes a difference in just bringing that extra level of education for children.
Nice. So how did Mila come into your care and sort of become that one of those mascots?
Well, she's actually the pet of one of our lovely outreach workers.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's an employee connection that brought her into the program.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Santa Paws, I mean, you must have a fantastic connection with animals. Tell me a little bit about what you love about animals.
Oh, I just love how they love humans. They're always glad to see you when you come home. You know, never have a bad day when you have a dog around.
You got that right. And then my wife and I have always joked, like, at one point, you know, we should actually greet each other like we were a dog, right? Instead of like, hey, how was your day? It's like, hey, how are you? Right? All of the excitement and so forth. Stephen, the main reason you're here is because you've got your pet picks with Santa events back again this year. Tell me about that.
That's absolutely right. It's everyone's favorite holiday event, Santa Pet Picks, presented by Hal Penny Insurance, and it is so much fun. So you get to go meet this fella right here and bring in your cute pet and sit down and have a lovely family photo with him. And it's something you're going to want to keep on the mantle, and it can really help solidify that connection, especially if you have a brand new pet too.
Does it matter what type of pet, Stephen, at all?
No, not at all. We accept all kinds of pets. Dogs, I'd say, are probably some of the most common ones. Lots of folks will bring in cats. And Santa's actually seen a few unusual pets, too, in his time doing the show.
Really?
Yes.
Santa, tell me more.
Well, we've had a few lizards, and my favorite was a chicken.
A chicken? I love it. Absolutely. Is there anything people, Stephen, should sort of keep in mind when they're bringing their pet for a pet pick with Santa?
Absolutely. So one of the things we always say, bring lots and lots of treats, because that really can help calm down your pet and make sure they can stay on their best behavior. You're going to expect that they're probably going to run into a number of folks because we do them at Ren's Pets locations. We do them at the Ottawa Humane Society. You can expect that other people are going to be there with their animals as well too. So make sure they're ready for that type of interaction and that they're feeling calm and feeling good that day.
One of the big things around this time of year is, of course, the pet food bank. Let's talk a little bit about that and how important it is to the Ottawa Humane Society.
Absolutely. So our pet food bank is there to help folks who can't, say, afford food for their pets anymore, and it can really help make that difference for people who are struggling to end this current financial situation. And as we approach the holidays, we might see that usage start to pop up too. So we say, if you need the pet food bank, get in touch and we can help out so we can help keep your pet in your home.
I want to talk adoption. I know we talk about it all the time on the show, but I think it's an important time of year, in particular as we get closer to the holidays. Some people think a pet is a great gift, Stephen, but there are things that we should think about before we kind of surprise the family with a pet as a gift, right?
That's absolutely right, and that's the key word there, is surprise, and that's why you don't really want a pet to be a surprise necessarily. You want to make sure everybody at the home is on board for having this pet. They need to know what their responsibility is going to be in caring for them, and want to make sure you just set that groundwork to really have a great relationship with your new pet.
When you're choosing a pet, I guess you have to think, what about your lifestyle to make sure you get the right type of pet? What sort of questions should you be asking yourself?
Certainly. So one of the big things you might want to be looking at is, so what kind of space do I have available in my home for this pet? So do I have a whole lot of space for an animal's got lots of energy and needs to run around all the time, or will I need to be taking them to the dog park? Or do I have a smaller space and maybe want an animal who's a little bit more chill, a little less energetic, and is more happy being a couch potato? And similarly, too, you might also be looking at how often do I need to be home for this animal? Am I, say, home enough to meet their needs and meet their behavioral requirements and provide them the care that they need? Or can they be more independent and they can fit my more busy outside of the house lifestyle.
Is snow on the ground right now, right? Colder weather coming. I know, when you come on sort of in the height of the summer when it's really hot, we always talk about, keeping your pet safe. The same holds true in the winter. When the cold weather comes in, Stephen, what should people be considering with their pet?
Well, one of the things to keep in mind is very similar to the summer. A dog left alone in a car in extremely cold temperatures can be very, very dangerous, of course. So never take your pet with you if you're going to run an errand and they're going to be alone in the car for some time. Leave them safe at home. As well, too, when you're getting ready to go out, if you have a dog who, say, is a little bit colder outside, perhaps see if you want to get them a nice little jacket. If they need some type of boots for their paws, put that on. And if they don't do that sort of thing, then you're going to want to wash off their paws when you get home. Just take a little towel and just give them a quick wipe down, get that salt off there, and avoid some irritants. And cats, of course, I say it all year round, keep them indoors.
Yeah.
It's the safest place in the winter. It's the safest place in summer. It's the best place for your cat.
Santa Paws, do you have a pet yourself?
Oh, Santa has a few pets.
Oh, you do? Okay. Can you tell me about one of them? What pet do you have that stands out?
Well, we have a lovely little Chihuahua / Jack Russell / something else mix. Her name is Luna May.
Okay.
Santa calls her Looney May, though.
What kind of personality does Luna May have? I mean, that's quite a mix you got there.
Yes, well, you come home and she will bark for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then if anybody else comes into the house, she barks for another 20 minutes.
I see.
And then she'll sit in your lap for hours.
Right. Stephen, a busy time of year as well, right? People coming over for the holidays, decorations and food and so forth. What to keep in mind as we get a little bit closer to those holidays?
Well, of course, it's something you're going to want to watch out for. Is if there's a lot of food hanging around the house, make sure that it's out of reach of the pets, because if a pet eats a human food, it could have something that's toxic for them, and you might have an unexpected trip to the veterinarian. If you got tinsel and other things that you're hanging from the trees, a pet might say, eat that, and then it can wind up in their gut. And again, we have another trip to the veterinarian to say, take that out of their tummy. And of course, no one wants to have that any time of year.
OttawaHumaneSociety.ca, I guess, to find out where all the pet pics with Santa.
That's right. We have all the locations on our website from November 15th up to December 16th. The locations Ottawa Humane, Wren's Pets, and you can register on our website and get more information.
Fantastic. Santa Paws, really appreciate. I know it's a busy time of year leading up, so we appreciate the time. Mila, don't worry. You can leave now. It's all good. We'll be back with more Daytime right after this. Don't go anywhere.